The internet's most unstoppable creator may have finally found a challenge he can't outgive, outstunt, or out-edit. Because the chocolate industry, that's not a playground. That's a billion-dollar battlefield guarded by century-old giants, ruthless shelf space politics, and marketing budgets that could fund a small space program. And the craziest part, MrBeast walked into it smiling, completely unaware of the 3 brutal questions that could end Feastables, and that's what we're going to talk about today. First, is he able to offer better prices than they offer? Next, is it possible for him to disrupt their loyalty to the brand? And number 3, can he survive the same traps that killed every next big chocolate brand before him? The answers are not what you think, because we've got the secret to how MrBeast can destroy the big boys with something so simple you won't believe it. But before we get to that, let's look at the sweet battlefield. The chocolate industry isn't just competitive, it's territorial. Mars, Hershey, Nestlé, Mondelez rule the market. These companies have been fighting for shelf space longer than YouTube has existed. They've crushed challengers with price wars, distribution chokeholds, brand loyalty psychology, retailer contracts that make the NFL salary cap look friendly. MrBeast is trying to walk into this arena with a smile, a camera crew, and a chocolate bar that costs more than the competition. His price is almost double the legacy brands. Feastables bars usually cost around $2.50 to $3. Why? Because they use top ingredients and a simpler recipe. But the big candy bars, Snickers, Kit Kat, Hershey, and Twix have been around forever. They make millions of bars every day, so their prices stay low. Most of them cost about $1.10 to $1.20. So, imagine this. Feastables is the fancy new chocolate wearing a cool jacket, but it's almost twice the price. Snickers, Kit Kat, Hershey, and Twix are the classic kids everyone already knows, and they're much cheaper. That means MrBeast isn't just fighting chocolate companies, he's fighting their prices, their history, and the fact that people already love them. And that's what makes this battle so tough and so interesting. It's the psychological element that plays a huge role in this battle. Even if Feastables offers superior flavor and ingredients, the price gap alone triggers a subconscious bias among consumers. Why pay more for something you don't know or trust? This is the same story behind the legendary Coke versus Pepsi blind taste test. Pepsi won the taste test, but Coke still dominated sales. Why? Because people buy feelings, not flavor. Chocolate isn't just a snack, it's remembering the good old days. It's your childhood. It's Halloween. It's the candy your grandma kept in a bowl for 30 years. MrBeast isn't just fighting companies, he's fighting consumer bias. And psychologically, changing someone's chocolate preference is like trying to convince them their childhood was wrong. Good luck with that. This is why dozens of premium chocolate startups died before they even hit year 3. The good news is, Feastables is in year 4, but for previous competitors, better ingredients didn't matter. Better taste didn't matter. People stayed loyal to what they already loved. However, this time might be different. MrBeast isn't a normal challenger. He's not a startup. He's not a boutique chocolate brand. He's a global media empire with over 450 million fans, a distribution army disguised as subscribers, and a marketing engine that costs him nothing. He doesn't need Super Bowl ads. He is the Super Bowl. He doesn't need celebrity endorsements. He is the celebrity. And unlike every failed chocolate challenger before him, MrBeast has something they never had, a fan base that wants him to win. If he can narrow the price gap, scale distribution, maintain quality, and weaponize his audience's loyalty, then for the first time in 100 years, the chocolate industry might have a real problem. Because this isn't just a chocolate bar, it's a creator-led rebellion. And the giants, they've never fought someone who uploads every move to 400 million people, but how can he beat the giants? It's simple. I call this the slogan story. Imagine all the big candy brands as characters living inside people's brains. Kit Kat is the kid who's always singing, "Give me a break," and everyone remembers one thing because it's fun and catchy. Snickers is the friend who shows up when you're starving and says, "Hungry? Why wait?" And you finish the sentence. It sticks in your head because it feels true. Skittles is the wild, colorful kid yelling, "Taste the rainbow," and you never forget it because it sounds exciting. These slogans are like tiny songs that play in your mind without asking. But then there's Feastables, MrBeast chocolate. Its slogan is world's best chocolate. The problem? Any fancy chocolate brand can say that. It doesn't stick, it doesn't sing, it doesn't live in your brain the way others do. So, while Kit Kat, Snickers, and others have whole apartments inside people's memories, Feastables are still knocking on the door trying to move in. If MrBeast wants Feastables to take over, he needs a slogan that's simple, fun, and unforgettable, and I'll give him a simple one. Feastables when you're feeling hungry. Feastables when you're feeling fine. Feastables at any time. Comment your slogan ideas below.